Good morning, students. We will start chapter 7 of your life science today, that is world of microbes. Okay. Now, in case of this chapter, first of all, we have to understand what are microbes. Now, if I come to the microbes are the smallest living creatures of the world which cannot be seen through normal eyes. We need a microscope for them to be visible. Okay, so that means microbes are basically that organisms that can be only seen through the help of a microscope. So that's why they are termed as microbes, very small minute structures. Now, if you come to the characters of the microbes, see in the page number 185, the characteristics of the microbes are given there. So first character is given, they are found everywhere, each and everywhere. That means you cannot even imagine a single place of this world without the microbes. Even our hand, our hairs, our face, our tables, books, and each and everything, food, each and everything, in each and every place of the world, there is a presence of microbes which cannot be visible through our normal eyes. Okay. Now, if I go to the second character, majority of the microbes require oxygen. This is normal. They are living things, so they need oxygen for their survival. But in low concentration also they can survive. For example, if there are two types of respiration, we will read in class 9 that there are two types of, one is in the presence of free oxygen, another one in the presence of absence of free oxygen. That type of respiration, through that type of respiration also microbes can be surviving in this normal environment. Okay, so that means in the presence of the oxygen, or if the oxygen is not present properly, in that low concentration of oxygen also the microbes can survive easily. If I come to the third character, damp places, that means the places which are very moist, the places which are very not prone to sunlight, that type of places are very much ideal, very much good for the growth of the microbes. Okay. Now coming to the fourth point, they cannot survive in direct sunlight. If there is a direct sunlight, they cannot survive. So that damp places or that wet places where the room is dark, and that place is very much suitable for their growth. But still this, you can find microbes everywhere, because we are present in sunlight, but we also have microbes in our body. Okay. Now coming to the last part, dead and decaying organisms. That whenever, for example, whenever we throw any type of any biodegradable products, suppose the vegetables which are not used, we throw it, after few days you just don't find it. Why we cannot find it? Because the microbes have already decomposed them. Okay, so again there the microbes are present. Now algae and some types of green bacteria are there. They can synthesize their own food. So that means they are able to do autotrophic nutrition. That means they can do their nutrition by their own, or may be dependent on the other for the nutrition. Okay. And the last point, they can be thermophilic. Thermophilic means where there is too much hot spring. We say na hot spring. That place also microbes can be found. So that type of microbes which are present in this type of hot springs, they are termed as thermophilic bacteria. Okay, so thermophilic bacteria we can find them at 100 degrees centigrade, even at minus temperature. That means even at a very low temperature, the microbes are found. Okay, so that means they can survive both in high temperature and in low temperature. Okay. So that means these are basically the characters of a microbes. That means they can be present anywhere of the earth. They are heterotrophic or autotrophic. They are very prone to survive in a low amount of oxygen, in normal amount of oxygen, and they are most prone to be visible in, not visible, they are most prone to be growing in the damp places. Okay, so these are the basic four characters of the microbes. Now the microbes can be divided into five basic types. The first one is the bacteria, second one is the protozoa, third one is the fungi, algae, and the last one virus. Okay. Now these are various types of microbes. I am continuously saying microbes are found everywhere. Now as microbes are found everywhere, they have been categorized. Okay. So on this category there are basically five types of microbes. So the first one we will read and their characters, of course. First one is bacteria, the first living cell or the first cell of this world. So So bacteria, that means they are the first living cells, so they don't have, we have already read the cell chapter structure of living organism. In that we have read already that the cells are of two types, prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So absence of true nucleus means they don't have a true nucleus with proper covering and all. Okay, so that means the true nucleus is absent, instead of that they have the nucleolide. Okay, so that means I have written absence of true nucleus. The next one is various shape. You can find in your book, it is given in various shape. It can be comma, it can be oval, it can be round, it can be rod like. So that means the structure of the bacteria can be of any shape. Okay. So these are the two characters you can remember. After that, the next one is protozoa. Now protozoa, first of all, remember these are basically, what should I say? These are basically very small living organisms. Na? So they are all basically unicellular, that is made up of single cell. Okay, not they are composed of various millions number of cells. They are single cell. No, generally they are single cells. So protozoa, first one unicellular, that means presence of a single cell. A single cell will behave as a single protozoa. Okay. After that, free or colony, that means they can live in a single, that means they can live single for all over this life, or they can live in a colony together to survive its life. Okay. The next one, locomotion by pseudopodia, flagella, cilia. That like we have the locomotory organ as limbs, our hind limbs. Same way, this type of protozoa have pseudopodia. That is, if I give an example, amoeba. Amoeba is like this shape. Okay, like this shape. Now wherever the food is, it just make its body projected towards that side. That means it just projects its body part to that side, and that type of false type of feet is known as pseudopodia. Okay, so pseudo means false and podia means feet. Okay, so false feet, pseudopodia. Flagella is like this. If this is the cell organelle, flagella will be like this, like a whip-like structure. Okay, and the cilia, it's like hair-like structures, the all over the body. The paramecium have it. Like this, all over the body, the hair-like structures are present. They help in the movement of the organism. Okay, so now already I said pseudopodia, flagella, and the cilia. Now coming to the characters of the fungi, they are thin, very much thin, filamentous structure. Filamentous means thread-like structure. Very much thin thread-like structures, and that thread-like structures are termed as hyphae. Okay, so thin filamentous structures present in the fungi is termed as hyphae. And chloroplast absent. That means chloroplast absent means we already have learned plastid, that plastids provide green. Chloroplast is there that provides green pigment to the plant. Now chloroplast is absent means they are not provided with green color. So that means they cannot do the chlorophyll. They do not have the chlorophyll. So that means they cannot do the photosynthesis. That means the chloroplast is absent means photosynthesis is totally absent from them, and as a result they are dependent on other organisms for their food. That means they are heterotrophic nutrition. They are following heterotrophic nutrition. Okay. Next one, cell wall composed of chitin or chitin. Chitin basically. Cell wall composed of chitin. That means cell wall is provided with a substance which is termed as chitin. It is very much important that where you can find chitin cell wall. So that answer will be fungi. Okay. So I hope you all have understand that bacteria, protozoa and fungi. Next we will come to algae and virus. So I am rubbing these things and then I am writing about the characters of the algae and the fungi. Now algae are unicellular or multicellular. That means they can be present as a single cell also, or they can be composed of multiple cells also. So see, unicellular and multicellular. Chloroplast present. So as chloroplast is present, so that means they are green in color. So that means they can perform photosynthesis, and as they can perform photosynthesis, that means they can prepare their food for their own. So they have autotrophic nutrition. And the last one, mainly aquatic. That means they are found mainly in the water. Understand? After that, the virus. The virus is the most poisonous or the most dangerous one. We have already dealt with one virus, COVID, the coronavirus. Now, if I come to the characters of the virus, they are mainly disease causing agents. That means generally if we found many viral diseases are there. So they are mainly causing diseases in each and every, not only us, plants are also having viral disease, the animals are also having viral disease. So like this, the viruses are generally causing diseases. Okay. Next, no cell organisms. That means they don't have a true cell. They don't have a true cell. They are acellular. So that means they don't have any cell organelle. Like we have our cells have mitochondria, chloroplast, then ribosome, lysosome, Golgi body. They don't have these structures. They are, without this only they are dangerous. Okay. Mainly parasitic. They are mainly parasitic. That means they will survive within any other organism for their survival. Okay. So that means all are present. The most dangerous one is the virus. So this all are composing together the microbes. Okay. Now if I come, what you have to remember? You have to remember 2 or 3 characters from each and every part and one example of each. Only one example of each. Okay. Now if I say you interrelationship with symbiosis and saprophytism, that page number 189. See there are that is given. There are many bacterial disease, like the disease which are caused by the bacteria. The tuberculosis, cholera, diarrhea, typhoid, these are all bacterial disease. That means they are all caused by bacteria. But remember, bacteria are bad also, good also. That means some good bacteria are also there in our body which are helping in different ways. Okay. So bacteria can be good, can be bad. Next one, viral disease. Viral, you have listened many more. Influenza, pox, mumps, measles, hydrophobia, hepatitis, then AIDS, dengue, this all are viral disease. After that, protozoal, amoebiasis, giardiasis, malaria, sleeping sickness, this all are protozoal disease. Actually, protozoal disease in malaria, you can relate with that malaria. We all say that with the help of the mosquito, malaria is there. But mosquito is only spreading the disease. It is not causing the disease. The main causing organism is plasmodium. So plasmodium is a protozoa which is actually causing the malaria, but it is transferred with the help of the mosquitoes. Okay. So after that, fungal disease, ringworm, dermatomycosis, allergy, and diseases of many lungs. Okay. So like this, there are many diseases and the characters you have to read. Now see, in page number 190, you can find there are many type of relationships among the organism. We know symbiosis. Symbiosis means helping each other. That means when organisms are helping each other and getting benefited by both the cases. That means both are benefited in each other. That is symbiosis. Parasitism means when one organism is benefited, other organism is harmed. Okay, that is parasitism. So in your book it is given example that there are various organisms in our body which are having a symbiotic relationship. For example, bacteria. I am already saying that bacteria, E. coli, okay, E. coli, Escherichia coli is present in our small intestine, which is helping in digestion of our food. So when it is helping in digestion of our food, our body is helping it to take a shelter on our intestine. So that means both are helping each other. One is giving the shelter, one is giving the digestive enzymes. So that means these two are together associated with themselves so that they can live together. So they are having a symbiotic relationship. So understand? So this is one example. If I take any more example, some crops are there. We have already said in last class 7 or class 6, rhizobium. That is an example of a bacteria. So that rhizobium is present in the roots of the leguminous plants. Okay, in the roots of the plants they are present. Now what do? They actually take the nitrogen from the atmosphere, because we know nitrogen is present in the normal atmosphere. They used to take that nitrogen from the atmosphere, and that nitrogen is been converted to nitrate, so that the nitrate can be used in the soil by the roots to absorb it. That means they are giving the nitrogen to plants with the formation of the nitrates, so that the plants can take it and can survive. And instead of that, the plants are giving them shelter. Okay, so this is one type of symbiotic relationship, that means both are helping each other. Now if I come, rhizobium, E. coli, then one more is there, one algae and one fungi. Okay, one algae and one fungi, they used to live together. The algae, right now we have learned the characters. The algae can prepare their own food and the fungi cannot prepare their own food. So algae is helping by giving them food and fungi is letting them give the shelter. So they both are living together and they are together termed as lichen. You can find in the page number 190, the type of association between an algae and fungi is called lichen. Okay, so these are all the symbiotic relationships that have been found in different kinds of our surroundings. Okay, so up to this we will continue. We will stop. Next, in the next class we will continue with the next topic. Thank you.